Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GEDesigns, and producing today is my colleague, Mr. KP. There he is.
Hello, hello.
Some of you might have seen KP. Where were you recently?
I was at the original Quilt and Sewing Expo in Cleveland this last weekend.
Fun, fun, fun. Well, you are definitely a man about town, and now you've got this public persona. People are looking for you all over.
I know, it was awesome to meet some of you guys.
That's so fun. Well, today we want to let you in. Full disclosure, we are not live today. When this airs, I'll be on an airplane going to Tampa for my son's wedding, and I couldn't be happier. I'm, of course, adore my son, and I absolutely adore his future bride. So I'll bring some pictures back with me. I'm super excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Super excited. So before we get started, let's look at the quilts today. We have some fun quilts. Behind me is, let's see, I always guess wrong where there we go. This is Steamy Windows. So we love this. It's so easy and fun and goes together quickly and would be great in all kinds of fabrics. Now, we're showing this because we showed Steamy Windows supersized a couple weeks ago, and some of you were asking, what does Steamy Windows look like? Well, it's the same pattern, only the blocks are much smaller. So you can see, check out both patterns at GEQuiltDesigns.com. And behind Mr. KP is
I guess the wrong side.
Jelly Forest. Isn't that fun? Really fun.
I love this one.
I do too. I love the greens and the brown background, the brown trunks of the tree. So much fun. So just remember the prices on the fabrics today will be live as soon as the show is over. So don't go anywhere. Put your feet up, enjoy for just a few minutes, and we'll show you some fun things. We have a fun question and we have a fun notion in addition to some seriously sweet fabric, right? So let's start with the question, shall we? I've got a question. My question today is about borders, and frankly, I get asked this a fair amount in class and from friends, and on Facebook you might see this. So I thought we'll answer this on One Yard Wednesday, and the question is, what's the golden ratio when you're adding borders to a quilt? And so let's talk about one source's recommendation for that golden ratio in just a minute. First, let's look at these great fabrics. Here we go. Isn't this fun? Now, of course, this looks a little bit like winter, but I love it, and this is a great time to get a few of these wintry fabrics that will make such great gifts for you and for friends. And this first one is called Cocoa Sweet Toss, and the background is teal. Cocoa Sweet Toss teal. Love it. I love the pretzels. I love the candies. I love the hot chocolate. This just is a really, really fun and festive print. Next up is Cocoa Sweet Mug Toss Black. So obviously a companion to the Sweet Toss, and this has the black background with a little bit of gray shimmer speckles in here. And then of course the cocoa cups. This would be, again, so fun. Think about mug rugs with a fun mug and some hot chocolate mix that would go with that. Some homemade marshmallows. Now I just want to go home and make some gifts. Next up is, this is Whimsy Dark Teal. And I love Whimsy. If you love teal, you will love this too. It's not directional, which is always a plus for a blender. And it has 3 different values of teal, from a very dark to a medium to the light in the front. And so this is just a great blender, and was part of Color Club, wasn't this one?
I believe so.
I think, yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite fabrics.
Is it really?
Yeah, I like that green.
I do
teal,
too.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful color. Next up, Sweet Tooth Mint. You can see we've got kind of a sweet theme going on here. How fun are these chocolates? Now this, I think, Valentine's Day. I do. So think about Valentine's Day, chocolate-covered strawberries, great candies, of course Christmas too, or anytime you need to give a little sweet treat to a friend. This is Sweet Tooth on a mint background. And to brighten the whole collection up a little bit, we added thatched coral. Now, I love the thatched texture. It is really one of my favorite blenders. This also was a Color Club find, part of Color Club, and I just love that it's got a very organic feeling thatch on the on this pretty coral background. So fun. And then we have Sweet Tooth white. So obviously the same chocolates on this white background. And I really love how thatched coral and Sweet Tooth white go together. Of course, they all would be a great collection together, but these two together I really love. As I do with the next one, which is Jack's Tiger Lily. So if you, let me hold this one up close so you can see, whoops. Okay, hold still. It's got those little X's like Jack's, if you ever played Jack's. So here is Jack's Tiger Lily, and that is just another warm hue out of the sweets. And finally, a brown, which is really spectacular, and you can probably see the swirls here. This is called Just Color Brown, and it almost looks like the steam coming off a cup of hot chocolate. So I just love this texture. So what a fun collection this is, kind of pulling from a couple of different lines, as you can see, but all of these would make great gifts. So that is our fabric collection for today. Love that. So I have a notion. My notion today is called the Funtime Balloon Ball. It's actually a template, and it's two pieces. So it's this wedge-shaped template with a hexie for the top and the bottom of the balloon ball, and then you simply put the wedges together, add the hexie on the top and the bottom, and you put a balloon. You leave one end open a little bit. Insert a balloon here and inflate the balloon, and then you have a pretty bouncy balloon ball. This is so fun to make and reusable, because when at some point the air is going to leave this balloon ball, and then we'll simply pull this balloon out. Now when we're done here, I'll hide this tie inside the balloon ball cover. But I just wanted to show you that's where the balloon tie-off is. So you can inflate your balloon, and I bought a balloon pump from Target. Easier than blowing up a balloon, and you can blow it really tight because the fabric is going to keep it from exploding. But like I said, then you fill up the balloon, hide that in there, and when the balloon loses its air, which it eventually will, you can pull that out and put another balloon in there and pump that up. And then you've got this fun balloon ball. So that's our notion for today. Super cute Funtime balloon ball template. I love that balloon ball. So I feel like we've got somebody graduating from high school here this year, and we should make a bunch of balloon balls for his grad party.
I think we should. That'd probably be fun in the dorm next year and not break anything.
Yeah, it's like a Nerf ball. I mean, you really, you couldn't put an eye out with this. It'd be hard to break anything with this. We could even do, the next time we have a team thing here at GE, we could have a volleyball tournament with balloon balls. Yeah.
I like that.
Team colors.
I was very surprised when you finished that. I thought it was so cool, and actually it's got some weight to it, so it's more like a ball.
It is. It really is. So it's so fun, so easy. The instructions are very good, even though it looks like they're short. The template works great, and the they recommend, maybe they don't recommend, but when I'm using a template like this, I use my 28 millimeter rotary cutter because it does the curves not, closer than the 45 millimeter, and it's enough to go through a couple layers of fabric. So grab yourself the Funtime balloon ball template. So should we talk about the answer to the question?
Let's do it.
So the question was, what's the golden rule as you're thinking about planning for a border? And I didn't, there's a lot of opinions about this, so I selected just one that seemed to make sense. So if you have a preference that's different than this, certainly let us know. We're always eager to learn and share, and there's no quilt police. We're not going to send anybody out if you do yours different. This just seemed like a nice ratio, so I'm going to show you. The resource I looked at suggested that each border should be 1.6 times larger than the border before it. So so let me show you down by looking down here what I'm talking about. In this example, I wanted an 8-inch finished border total. So I started with a 1.5-inch finished border in this teal, and then the second border is 1.5 inches times 1.6, and I rounded that to 2.5 just to make sense, and because it was an easy cut. If it's 2.35, that's not easy to cut, so I rounded to 2.5. And then the third border is 2.5 finished, 2.5 times 4. So this is going to be 4 finished inches. So cut 5. So this one is cut 2 inches, this one is cut 3 inches, and this one is cut 5 inches. And then I put them together in the order that they would appear, so you get a sense of what that ratio is. So I like that. I like the build here, and I like the size. I like that the ratio 1.6, this is 1.6 times this, 1.6 times this, and so on. And how quickly I added 8 inches to a quilt that might be too small. So that's the golden rule for adding borders that we'll put this in the blog. So in case you're interested in referring to that, you can have access to it. But it's certainly in the comments. Let us know how you think about borders and your preference around borders. So that's our question for today. Let's see, I have another project I wanted to show you that I thought would be so much fun using these fabrics. This is the GEZ apron. I'll just tie this up so you get a good look at how cute this apron. It's a half apron, and it's lined, and it has a great big beefy tie, which I love, and it's a free pattern. So as I was thinking about using the cocoa fabric or the sweet tooth fabric or any of these, I thought that they would make a really spectacular GEZ apron. So you will find that pattern at gequiltdesigns.com and search under free patterns for apron. There's also a video on YouTube showing you how to put this apron together. So that's a plus. Time to get yourself and maybe your kids and your grandkids together making Christmas gifts already. Wouldn't that be fun? So that's our project. Let's look at the fabrics one more time before we go. They are so sweet. So we'll start where we ended up. So here is Just Color Brown, and it is a really fun, swirly texture brown. I like this a lot. Next to that is Jack's Tiger Lily. Love it. Love that Jack's texture. Such a fun blender. And then Sweet Tooth. This is Sweet Tooth White. And so look at those fun chocolates with these different nuts and peanut butter and chocolate covered cherries. Now I want to go get some chocolate. And then this is Thatched Coral, and very soft and really a pretty add to the sweets. Next here we have Sweet Tooth Mint, those yummy candies on a mint background, so much fun. And then we have KP's favorite. This is the Whimsy Dark Teal, and it does have a lot of value depth in this print, and is so great. And then we have a couple of Cocoa Sweets. The first one is the mug on black, so mug toss black, so fun. And then Sweet Toss Teal. So the candies, the marshmallows, and all of the pretzels, all of those fun, yummy holiday treats. So those are our fabrics for today. The notion for today is the Funtime fabric balloon template set, and it's acrylic, and you'll get 2 pieces. This is the wedge shape, and then this is the hexie shape. You can hardly see them, but they're there. And then we looked at this really cute apron, and the apron pattern is free at GEQuiltDesigns.com, along with, and there's a video on YouTube. Love that. Oh, I didn't show you the ball that goes with that template. How cute is that? And any kind of fabric would do. Don't forget that we have the quilts behind us. This behind me is Steamy Windows. Thank you. And behind KP is
Jelly Forest.
Jelly Forest, a favorite. So I hope you have a great week. I will be missing you when you see this show. I'll be on the airplane. I'll be thinking of you. Hope that you're shopping, and we sure are grateful for that. In the meantime, grab yourself a Stripology ruler, grab some fun fabrics, and make yourself something wonderful. Let us know how you're doing. I'm Colleen from GE, and that's Mr. KP, and we'll see you a week from Wednesday. Bye-bye.